After a shocking loss to the Orlando Magic, Kelvin Washington goes nuclear, demanding the Los Angeles Lakers fire LeBron James immediately.
To me, what we saw was a glimpse of why this needs to end. This LeBron, Luka, LeBron. We know it's Luka's team, but isn't that LeBron?
After losing at home to a short-handed Orlando Magic, LeBron James told a reporter he didn't even know what day it was. It wasn't a joke. He said it seriously. Sports commentator Kelvin Washington reacted strongly and said the Los Angeles Lakers should remove LeBron from the roster immediately. Not in the off-season, but right now before things get worse. So what do you think? Should the Lakers fully move into the Luka era and let LeBron go before the playoffs? Or does LeBron still give them the best chance to win? Share your honest opinion in the comments.
Has 5 to get it in. Luka with 5 seconds. Luka, LeBron for the win! And Orlando's going to sneak out here with a victory!
Let's start with the quote, because that's what everyone is talking about after this Los Angeles Lakers loss. After the game, a reporter asked LeBron James how he felt about where the team stands and the progress they've made over the last 3 weeks. LeBron replied that he didn't even know what day it was when he woke up. He also said the reporter was asking the wrong person about the last 3 weeks. Think about that for a moment. This is a 4-time champion, a 22-year veteran, widely seen as one of the smartest leaders in NBA history. Yet after losing at home to a short-handed Orlando Magic team missing 2 starters, he said he didn't know what day it was and suggested someone else should answer questions about the team's recent performance.
Because I think in his subconscious, he is so used to being alpha. He's so used to being, we saw it. It's not like we're new to this. We saw what he did in Dallas for 5 years, 6 years. Dominant, taking shots, big shots, all that. And I think there was a part of him that just simply, even if it was a 5% of his brain that pump faked, like, LeBron, what would he? And he just gives it to LeBron. And LeBron, like, you're wide open. And it was almost kind of a reverse Spider-Man situation where, like,
sure.
Wait, because there's been times where we all thought, well, LeBron, you can shoot that. Why didn't you shoot that? You overthought that. And then Luka had a LeBron like, I overthought that moment. And a part of it to me is just a microcosm or an example of why this just isn't going to work.
That didn't sound like a player who just had a bad game. It sounded like a 41-year-old star who doesn't have answers anymore and isn't even trying to hide it. That's why Kelvin Washington openly said what many in mainstream sports media, especially those connected to Clutch Sports Group, haven't been saying. He believed the Los Angeles Lakers should move on from LeBron James completely. Not limit his minutes, not rest him, but take him off the roster before he hurts what could be a real championship window built around one of the most gifted offensive players in the league today, Luka Doncic.
Another thing that we saw, Rob G, if you're into the mouth reading thing and all that, Luka said after the game, after it happened, on the sidelines right after the play, kind of talking to his teammates, he said, LeBron told me to pass the ball, so I passed the ball. Kind of like, if you remember, of course, you went to Michigan, you remember the timeout, and Chris Webber's like, y'all telling me to call timeout.
Kelvin Washington didn't hold back at all. He said LeBron James is slowing down Luka Doncic's growth as a new face of the Los Angeles Lakers. According to him, LeBron's presence in the lineup is costing the team games they should be winning, and keeping him on the court out of respect for his legacy, while the season is slipping away, could be the most expensive mistake the franchise makes. Now let's talk about the game itself. The quote grabbed the headlines, but what happened on the court is the real issue.
What was supposed to happen on that last play? I know you said you didn't get the look and shot you wanted.
No, we executed. Like I said, I feel like I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you have to ask Luka what he saw on that, but I thought he had a good look, and it looked like he kind of just lost his balance, didn't have a rhythm with the ball, whatever the case may be, and it kind of allowed him to get back in front of him. I was kind of off balance when he gave it to me. I thought he had a great look, but that's what I looked. That's my POV.
The Los Angeles Lakers were up by 13 points in the second half against an Orlando Magic squad missing Jalen Suggs and Franz Wagner, 2 starters. The game was right there for the Lakers to close out, but instead of finishing strong, they slowly gave it away, 1 possession at a time. The Magic ended up stealing a 110-109 win at Crypto.com Arena. That loss dropped the Lakers to 6th place in the Western Conference and marked their 2nd straight defeat, coming just 3 days after a 22-point blowout loss to the Boston Celtics. And the defensive breakdown at the end wasn't just one bad play. It highlighted the same issues that have been hurting this roster all season.
Point game. Banchero into the lane. Bane open three. Bane knocks down a three.
Desmond Bane had started the night 0-4-5 from 3 through the first 3 quarters. He was cold, and that's exactly the type of shooter you cannot leave open late in a close game. Because once Bane sees one go in, he can flip a game instantly. Everyone in the arena understands that. Coaches know it. Veterans know it. That's basic situational basketball, but LeBron James took a gamble. He left his assignment and gave Bane space on the perimeter with 34.6 seconds left and the Orlando Magic down by 1. Bane knocked down the go-ahead 3. Magic up 1. After the play, James Worthy, a 3-time champion with the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers under Pat Riley, didn't sugarcoat it. He said LeBron got suck it in. That's not light criticism. That's a franchise legend pointing out a major defensive mistake. In that moment, in a one-possession fourth-quarter game, you stay home on Desmond Bane. That's not advanced strategy. That's basic awareness. And yes, LeBron James made a bad decision. But the game still wasn't over. The Los Angeles Lakers got the ball back. LeBron and Luka Doncic connected for a dunk. Lakers up 1 with 6.7 seconds left. One stop wins the game. On the other end, Paolo Banchero missed a pull-up jumper. That should have been it. But nobody in a Lakers jersey secured the rebound. Not LeBron, not DeAndre Ayton, no one. Wendell Carter Jr., coming off the bench for the Orlando Magic, simply wanted it more. He tipped it in. Magic lead. Game over. Orlando outrebounded the Lakers 47-39. They had 13 offensive boards that turned into 15 second chance points in a one-point game. They also outscored the Lakers 58-50 in the paint. After the loss, head coach J.J. Redick called it deflating. Not unacceptable, not embarrassing. Deflating, like something slowly losing air until it collapses. And after 57 games, he admitted the team still hasn't found its identity. He said they'll eventually figure it out. 57 games into the season. By this point, great teams usually know exactly who they are. The frustration from critics is clear. They believe the reason that identity hasn't formed is because the offense and leadership are still split, instead of fully belonging to the franchise cornerstone. Now here's the moment that summed everything up. Luka Doncic caught the inbound pass on the left wing with 6.7 seconds left. He had a clean look at a potential game-winning 3. But he hesitated. He picked up his dribble. Paolo Banchero and Anthony Black closed in and forced the double team. Luka kicked the ball out to LeBron James in the corner, where he was guarded by Jonathan Isaac. LeBron took a contested, off-balance fadeaway 3 at the buzzer. It hit the rim and bounced out. Game over. Los Angeles Lakers lose. Then came the press conference. That's where things got uncomfortable. LeBron explained the final play and mentioned Luka multiple times, saying Luka had a good look, that he seemed to lose his balance, that he didn't have rhythm, and that the pass put LeBron slightly off balance too. The focus stayed on what Luka did or didn't do. There was no clear acknowledgement that a last-second, off-balance corner fadeaway isn't exactly ideal execution. The cameras even caught Luka's expression while LeBron was speaking, and it told its own story. Then reporters turned to Luka for his response. When reporters asked Luka Doncic about the final play, he kept it simple. That is on me. No long explanation. No breakdown of someone else's mistake. Just accountability. A 25-year-old owning the moment. Meanwhile, critics argue that LeBron James, at 41, had already played a role in the loss, from the late defensive gamble to the missed rebound sequence, yet focused his post-game comments on Luka's balance and rhythm. That contrast is what sparked the reaction. That's why Kelvin Washington doubled down on his stance. He believes the Los Angeles Lakers should move on immediately, not in the off-season, not gradually, but now, before another late-game possession turns chaotic or another press conference shifts attention onto the younger franchise centerpiece.